Greedfall, Folge 48, hallo, und ich bringe schlechte Neuigkeiten. Letztes Mal hatten wir ja das Gefühl, dass diese Quest, die wir gerade hier gemacht haben, etwas verbuggt ist, weil Lady Mirage, oder wie sie heißt, nicht in ihrem Haus ist und wir mit ihr sprechen sollen. Und ich habe danach gegoogelt und rumgesucht und tatsächlich, das ist ein Bug in der Quest. Und der lässt sich leider auch nicht beheben, dieser Bug. Im Prinzip hat es damit zu tun, dass ich schon zu weit in der Hauptquest bin. Und in der Hauptquest ist diese Frau jetzt auch gerade wichtig und an einer bestimmten Stelle. Und deswegen ist sie nicht in ihrem Haus. Das ist ein bisschen schlecht gelöst von den Programmierern. Weil eigentlich könnte sie auch locker an beiden Stellen gleichzeitig sein. Man würde es nie merken, weil man nie an beiden Stellen gleichzeitig sein kann. Aber nee, haben sie tatsächlich nicht so gemacht. Das bedeutet, wir können diese Quest hier leider nicht abschließen oder fortsetzen. Tatsächlich wäre auch gar nicht mehr so viel passiert. Man hätte jetzt mit der Frau geredet. Die Frau hätte einem erzählt, warum man diesen Vertrag gemacht hat und sowas. Einfach um sich halt, ja, gewisse Ressourcen zu sichern. Und es war halt wichtig, dass man das alles vertraglich festhielt. Und tatsächlich steht in diesem Vertrag drin, dass nur noch Leute von unserer Handelskongregation hier rein dürfen und keine anderen Leute. Man spricht dann nochmal mit diesem anderen Typen da und im Endeffekt ändert man den Vertrag, denn dass die Typen hier drauf dürfen und halt Bäume pflanzen dürfen. Und danach würde es noch eine Folgequest geben, die können wir jetzt dann leider auch nicht machen. Sehr, sehr schade. Naja. Ich kann auch nicht jetzt in der Main Quest weitermachen und danach das hier weitermachen, weil wenn ich jetzt in der Main Quest weitermache, brechen alle anderen Quests automatisch ab. Und daher würde ich jetzt sagen, wir gehen einfach zur Main Quest, weil ja, die Chance, dass wir noch mehr solche Quests finden, ist vielleicht nicht gerade gering. Also würde ich sagen, wir setzen einfach die Main Quest jetzt fort. Also, auf nach Neu-Serene. Und wir müssen oben in den Palast rein. Schade. Ich mag diese Quest eigentlich sehr gerne mit den Eingeborenen und sowas. Aber die kann ich leider jetzt nicht vollenden. Naja. Wir lassen uns davon nicht die Laune verderben. Wir machen einfach weiter. Das sind unsere eigenen Bobs hier. Das sind ja keine Groschengraden, Leute. Sehen ja fancy aus, ey. So, hier oben drin ist nämlich die gute Frau.
Lieutenant, I demand an explanation. Tell us what is going on. We haven't heard anything about Lord d'Orsay's condition in spite of our inquiries. We are extremely worried. And then all of a sudden one of his guards appears, shaken and on his own, though he is part of his retinue.
Please, allow me the chance to shed some light, my lady.
Your soldier is nothing more than a coward for abandoning his highness.
Tell me, what is going on?
This soldier has just reported in. He is asking for reinforcements. He believes that Lord d'Orsay has been attacked.
He believes. He ran here without full knowledge of what happened firsthand.
I was sent on patrol far from the camp, but I heard screams, from men and from beasts. I wanted to return to camp, but then I heard a deafening sound, grinding, like a landslide. I thought then it would be best just to go and get help.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You are dismissed. I would like to have a discussion with this man alone.
Yes, sir.
My lady, could you lead these fine people into the hallway, if you would be so kind?
Certainly. I deplore this embarrassing turn of events, but know that you have my full support in all circumstances.
In the interest of avoiding a general panic, tell me precisely what happened back there.
Your cousin ordered us to escort him beyond the town limits. The islander convinced him to go on some journey.
By islander, do you mean the Denegad that came to treat his affliction?
Yes, a strange bird. Missing more than one feather, you ask me, sir. I was ordered to set up patrol along a small path, rather far from the rest of the company. I was told to protect our perimeter from anyone wandering along. According to the Islander, it was the only access to their planned destination. I did my rounds for quite some time. Not a soul came along. But then I heard cries a ways off, and I went running to help. I heard an enormous crashing sound like an avalanche of rocks. So then I turned right back around.
And you ran all the way here?
Okay, ich finde erstmal, er hat sich eigentlich nicht falsch verhalten. Also wenn es ein Erdrutsch war, ich finde schon, dass man dann Hilfe holen sollte. Ich meine, was will er denn alleine machen? Das erfordert wahrscheinlich viele, viele Männer dann, wenn es sowas, wenn irgendwie verschüttete Leute oder so da sind oder so. Also, ja, weiß ich nicht. Über Ort des Angriffs befragen.
Do you know precisely where the company was when you heard these sounds?
No, not precisely. I hadn't gone there. But I could show you where I was posted. The Islander said they were following the path, but he was quite a ways ahead when I lost sight of them.
Nach dem Grund für die Expedition fragen.
My cousin was quite weak. Do you know why he decided to follow the Denegad?
His Highness was feeling much better. The potions that he was drinking must have been potent. I mean to show no disrespect to His Highness, but that Islander had the high ground in the War of Wits. I wasn't privy to their counsel. I haven't the beginning of an explanation for the expedition, but your cousin was all full of enthusiasm and ordered that we set out as quick as we could make ready.
That sounds like him. What sort of mess has he gotten himself into? Again?
I am sorry, sir, but I don't know anything else I could tell you.
Fragen, weshalb er nicht nachgesehen hat.
Why didn't you go and look for yourself? To see if they had been buried by a rock slide?
What? Alone? What could I have done? It seemed of greater urgency to go and get help.
I'm still having trouble deciding if cowardice or intelligence got the best of you. But that's a question for your superiors. Dismissed, soldier. Looks like I'm going on an expedition.
Thank you, sir.
Alles klar. Auf der Spur des Hochkönigs. Suche nach Konstantin. Das klingt doch gut. Finde Konstantin und das Lager seiner Eskorte. Genau, jetzt werden nämlich die ganzen anderen Quests da rechts abgebrochen. So. Ich mag gerade so automatisch. Okay, wo reisen wir jetzt hin? Aber so funktioniert das hier ja gar nicht in dem Spiel. Ah! Mein Gott. Was liegt da denn Schönes? Brief von Lady Morage. Zu Händen des Gesandten der Kongregation des HD. Euer Exzellenz, ein Bote informierte mich über die Ankunft einer Delegation seiner Hoheit Prinz der Wespe. Angeführt von seiner Tochter. Falls es mir... Ach so, nein, okay.
Lady Morange tells me that a delegation from the De Vespe family just landed on the island.
From the look on your face, I take it their arrival is not good news. Are they that bad?
Their name was given to a deadly poison, the Draft of De Vespe. It's highly regarded among assassins, so there's good reason to worry. We should hasten to get back to New Serene.
Das ist eine Quest von der Erweiterung, soweit ich weiß. Das gucken wir uns später an. Moment, ist das richtig hier? Finde Konstantin das Lager seiner Eskorte. Ja. Dann gucken wir doch mal, wo sich der gute Mann hineinbegeben hat. Hier rechts anscheinend direkt. Oh nein. Hihi. Hammer. Fuchs anvisiert. Ich dachte so, hä? Was ist denn da noch im Gebüsch? Da war nur ein Fuchs, den man auch anvisieren kann. Hier ist ein Lagerbereich, interessant. Noch mehr von den Dingern. Und da erwischt er mich doch noch. Kurz zusammen ableben. So. Die Blut und dann geht's weiter.
This is the camp that Constantins' escort must have established.
It looks more like a battlefield. I hope the Donegad and your cousin survived the fight.
Search the zone. Let's see if we can find any clues as to what's happened here.
Hier liegt ein Toter.
The tents were lacerated by what looks like claws. And there are traces of blood everywhere. Some of these men must have been attacked in their sleep. By beasts? Most of the weapons are missing. Our soldiers wouldn't have taken a rest without defenses. Our soldiers were attacked by surprise, and there were animals among the assailants. However, our men reacted properly. They were armed and they fled as best they could. There are no bodies, and no sign of Constantin or Catasac's presence here. Perhaps they were in another place, and the soldiers wanted to join them. We need to follow the tracks.
Folgen wir den Tracks.
This area has been trampled. An entire stampede passed by here. Our soldiers must have fled the zone and taken this path followed by their assailants.
Höhle des Wissens. Okay.
This is a sacred place of native cult. No doubt this is where Catasac and Constantin were going.
It isn't really a place of a cult, but rather a place of anchoring. A place where Donegada perform a ritual to become Sinol Menawi. These places are charged with great energy. Perhaps Catasac wanted to use it to bring relief to your cousin.
Perhaps. There are bodies, and without a doubt there was fighting here. Search the place. Let's see what we are able to find.
Okay, tote Tiere, tote Leute.
Crater. Without a doubt caused by an explosive potion. The soldiers might have been carrying them. They
Was
must have
das?
been desperate to have taken such drastic measures. This blade is a native ritual knife. And this bowl contained a potion. Someone wanted to perform a ritual here. Could Catasac have found a better means to alleviate Constantin's symptoms?
Vielleicht, ja.
The corpses of both men and beasts. These soldiers fought dearly until the end. Neither Constantin nor Catasac are among them. Constantin and Catasac must have been visiting this place. Perhaps performing some sort of healing ritual. When the attack took place, the soldiers intervened, and many fell during the fight. But a group was able to escape down this path. We need to continue following their tracks.
Ich hätte gedacht, die wollten da rein vielleicht, aber... Oder sind da rein, aber scheinbar ja nicht.
More tracks. Footprints. They must have fled this way.
Footprints sehen ein bisschen komisch aus. Ein brennender Baum, wow.
Strange. These trees look half calcinated, as if they were exposed to immense heat.
Steht immer noch in Flammen.
These weapons are in terrible condition. Whatever did these men come up against?
Wo kommt das Feuer her?
Another burnt tree. This path seems to have been scorched
Wow.
in flames.
So, erstmal chillen hier. Das ist schon schön, die stehen da einfach, sind betäubt. Und man kämpft so die Hälfte einfach durch, ohne dass sie was machen können.
More signs of an explosion. I can't believe that our soldiers could be carrying so many explosive potions.
Ja, das glaube ich auch nicht.
Desade, I would like to go to Kurganau, the place of ritual, to study the carvings and offerings there. But they call it a dangerous place and I cannot go alone. Will
Das
you
wollte ich
accompany
nicht.
me?
Sorry, I'm already very busy at the moment.
I understand. But think about it all the same.
Ja, vielleicht später. Nein.
I must leave you. These poor soldiers were torn to pieces. Animals again, or something else.
Diese Dinger hier mal, also, ne, als ob jemand mal eben hochklettert.
Prince. It looks as if a group met up with them and took this path. There was more fighting over here. There are not only the corpses of our own men, but where could these other soldiers have come from?
Ja, stimmt, das sind nicht nur unsere eigenen Leute.
More signs of explosions. But what were they doing with all these explosives on them?
Wollten die hier den ganzen Berg sprengen oder was? Folge den Spuren.
There are footprints. Only a handful made it up to here.
Ach so. Die Eingeborenen haben uns von einer riesigen Kreatur erzählt, die über Höhen herrschte und die Statue, die wir gefunden haben, könnte eine Darstellung von ihr sein. Es ist eine große, geflügelte Bestie, die wendig und flugfähig zu sein scheint, aber ihr Körper sieht verletzt und ungeschützt aus. Natürlich ist das nur eine Darstellung, wir werden einer Kreatur leibhaftig sehen müssen, um diese Beobachtung zu bestätigen. Okay. Interessant. Aber hat nichts mit der Quest hier anscheinend zu tun.
And despite signs of a skirmish, I can't see any sign of Constantin or Katasak.
Stoppen Sie bitte. Ich hab natürlich wieder beide angegriffen. Oh. Wow. Nein, 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 nein. Oh Gott. Stopp bereit sehr. Hi. Obsidian. Was ist das hier?
These rocks were broken, as if they had taken cannon fire. What could have happened here?
Alter, langsam wird das echt seltsam.
I don't recognize these men. Still more unknown soldiers. Could they have been responsible for the attack? This one is carrying a letter. Let's see.
Ein Letter?
According to this note, this troop came from an outpost of the Bridge Alliance close by. A patrol, no doubt. Could the bridge in some way be linked to this attack? That makes no sense.
Das stimmt, das macht wirklich keinen Sinn.
These vials look familiar. Katasach used the very same to stock his potions. He must have come here. I'm going to pick them up.
Na gut.
I recognize this sack. It's my cousin's. Oh, Constantin, what have you gotten yourself into again? Very well. Let's sum things up. Constantin and Katasach definitely came through here to perform some sort of ritual, but they were attacked. An attack obviously involving wild animals. And then there are these traces of inexplicable flames. Could it be magic?
You cannot suspect my people are behind this attack. You have strayed far from the path. No one would have attacked Katasach.
Unless he himself was behind it. He is a powerful Donegad. The beasts obey him.
How could you even think something like that? He is a healer. He brought comfort to your cousin.
Perhaps he only did it to gain our trust. With Constantine captive, he now has leverage to apply to the colonists and force them to accept his conditions. But in all truth, I have no idea what to think. But regardless of who is guilty, I must find my cousin. We could return to Wenxavier to learn more. Perhaps Katasach returned there. Or maybe his Voglendai could tell us where to find him. We are also going to have to visit the outpost. Their soldiers were involved in the combat, or at least the end of it. They must have some stories for us.
And you think that they would have taken Constantine? Is that possible? Maybe he was in need of treatment. But if you suspect them to have participated in the combat to capture him, I think you're wasting your time. I know the captain of that outpost. A pessimistic man who would never order an attack without being absolutely certain of total victory without losses.
Perhaps. Unless he was simply obeying orders. It does belong to the Coin Guard, after all. However, one way or another, Constantine is in danger. Let us be on our way without further delay.
Okay. Hier kommen wir an dieser Stelle erstmal anscheinend nicht weiter. Wir haben viele Hinweise gefunden, aber keine eindeutigen Spuren, was hier jetzt noch weiter passiert ist. Tja, da müssen wir wohl erstmal wieder ein bisschen rumreisen und Detektiv spielen. Das machen wir allerdings erst in der nächsten Folge. Ich wünsche euch jetzt noch einen schönen Tag. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.